everybody! So, today I am going to be making a video about my experience with being openly gay in high school. So, if you didn't know, I'm a junior, and also if you didn't know, I am gay. You probably already figured it out by now. But anyway, I'm gonna be talking about it and giving some advice, sharing my story, what happens when you are openly gay in the typical American high school. Look at my shoulders just moving down. Okay. This is my third time filming this video. I don't know like what the problem is, but I just keep messing up, and every time I get sidetracked and the whole video goes to poop. So I hope I can do this one good and quickly, and hope it's not super too long. And I even had to write like a checklist of all the stuff that I want to do so that I can stay on topic. First thing I'm gonna tell you guys a brief story about how I came out. If you want the full length thing on how I came out to everyone, you can click the link in the description. I made a video about that a long time ago, back when my hair was all the way down to here. But yeah, basically, I knew I was gay somewhere between 4th grade and 6th grade, somewhere in between there. I kind of figured it out. I definitely knew by 7th grade, and then all throughout there, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, I kept it to myself. I kept it secret. I didn't tell anyone. And then at the end of freshman year in high school, at the very end, or as summer began, I told my friend Hallie, and I told my friend Misha, and I told my friend Hannah. They were 3 people that I trusted. Hallie, she wasn't like a super close friend at the time, but she was one of my longest term friends. Like, I had known her since I was 6. Like, I had known her for a long time. Misha and Hannah had been like my friends since 7th grade, and Misha I met that year and we had become really good friends. And so I trusted all 3 of them. I knew that they would be accepting, and that's why they're great people to choose. When you're coming out, you want to tell people that are close to you, that have known you for a while, you know that they accept you, they're close friends, you can trust them to keep it secret if you want to keep it a secret, you can, and you also want to make sure that you know that they are friendly, or they're like open to the idea of people being gay, because some people aren't, some people get freaked out, some people are totally gayist. And you don't want to come out to a gayist person, because your first couple times when you're coming out are when you're the most vulnerable, and if they're negative, it won't be good. So you want to make sure that the first couple times you come out are positive, so that when you come out to people and it's a negative experience, you have those people that already know that you can talk to and they'll help you. It's kind of, yeah. So I came out to them. I came out to a couple other people, my cousin, and only like 8 people knew. And then school started, and I got a bunch of new friends. I sat at this lunch table, and it had like, I don't know, like a bunch of girls at the table basically. And only 3 of them knew I was gay. It was Hannah, this girl named Tiffany, and this girl named Bodo. And Bodo was not her real name. Her real name was Emily, but her last name was Bodo, and I just call her Bodo. So yeah, Bodo. So Hannah, Tiffany, and Bodo, and they all knew I was gay. All the other girls that sat at my table, I didn't really know them that well, and they didn't know I was gay. I hadn't told them. So it was just awkward, because a lot of times I wanted to talk about a cute guy, or I wanted to tell them a story, and it involved like me being gay. Like, it somehow involved it, and I couldn't talk to them like that when those girls were there. So that is the reason why I came out to these girls. There was, I think 3 of them. Jessica, Carmen, and Carissa. Those were the 3. I think there was more though. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I came out to them mostly, like, they were my friends. I wasn't best friends with any of them, but they were my friends. And I trusted them. I knew they would kind of be okay with it. I kind of assumed that they kind of probably already was questioning it. Yeah, but I told them, and then I liked it because it strengthened my friendship with all of them, I think. I don't know, just that they knew I was gay. I think it made our friendship a little better. And then I felt really good because the lunch table was like my time of day where I could be myself. Like, that's really what it was. I always felt like I had to hide myself. I came home from school and I had to hide my true self from my family. I couldn't tell them who I really was. I couldn't act the way I did. I couldn't talk the way I want to talk. I couldn't do that because I was afraid they were going to think I was gay. Teachers, or with students at school, or other people, neighborhood friends, anyone. I felt like I had to hide myself. And that little lunch table, I loved, because I could be myself. I could sit at that lunch table every day at like 6th period. I don't know if that's what the period was, but I'm just guessing. And I could be myself with all these girls, and it was great. It was great. But you know, being in high school, being a bunch of teenagers, a drama king, and I think I'm only friends with like 2 of the people that originally sat at that table. Yeah, pretty embarrassing, but yeah, anyway, so that was nice. And then I slowly started coming out to more people. I slowly over sophomore year, started gathering more friends, started telling them that I was gay. Christmas time had come. Sophomore year was halfway over, it was Christmas time, I was on Christmas break, and I remember being on the phone with one of my friends, and it was just like, I felt really stressed out, and I felt like the whole world was collapsing, and I felt like I just had to come out because I don't think I was 100% ready. I remember feeling ready to tell the whole school. I went into the whole school, I just was not ready to tell my family. Even though my family suspected it, I found out that like my dad was suspecting I was gay, and I don't know, like people at school started coming up to me and they were asking me, Nathan, are you gay? Are you gay? And I was like denying it. Random people were finding out, and someone in my friend group was telling other people, and just like, it was just too much, and I was just like, enough is enough. It was after Christmas, after New Year's Eve, but it was like 3 days before school started again, because we had like winter break, and it was 3 days before school started, and it was at night, and I remember I texted my mom and my dad, and I texted my grandma, and I told like my aunts and stuff, and then I went on Facebook to tell the rest of the people, all my friends, everyone from school. I went on Facebook and wrote this long message about how I was gay. It was a good experience. A lot of people were accepting. I got a lot of comments. A lot of people liked it. It was a great day when I posted that because I was really nervous about doing it, and I got so many supportive people. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was great. Lots of people were leaving nice comments on my post. Like, so many people, like hundreds of people. It was in the hundreds. Like people, it was all my close friends, all my friends, and then it was people that I didn't even know, people from other grades, like siblings and stuff of my friends were saying things. It was just it was great. Definitely a good way to come out, and I'm very, very fortunate, and I'm very lucky that I've had just like such a nice environment to come out to, because a lot of people don't. And a lot of people online tend to think that it's not how it used to be, but it is for a lot of people. It's hard for a lot of people to come out. It was hard for me, and I was coming out into a perfectly filled with accepting people, and it was still hard for me. There are places all around the world, so many countries, where if they find out that you're gay, you can go to prison. You can be killed. It is like horrible. Like, you can be killed if they find out you're gay. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what the heck? Oh my god, I would hate freaking living in that country. It's like, why do they care? Okay, I'm getting off topic, but all I want to say is, why do you care that you have to kill them? Like, oh my gosh. Horrible, horrible, horrible. That's horrible. And this shirt looks purplish. Does it look purple when you're watching? It looks purple to me. Like, it's a blue, it's a bright blue. But it says, la da dee da dee, we like to party. If you know what that's from, I love you. Getting back to topic, where was I? I need to consult my phone so that, oh, okay, I thought my phone died. Oh my gosh. I need to consult my phone to figure out what I need to do. Okay. People reacted mostly positive. Basically, anyone that didn't like that I was gay, anyone at school that was disgusted by it, or thought that they didn't like that I was gay and they didn't like me because of it, or they judged me because of it, they didn't say anything. And that's because at my school, it's almost like if you walk up to a kid that's openly gay and you punch him in the face, like at my high school, you would be shunned, I feel like. Like, I don't know, it's just that type of environment, or like, just you wouldn't say something offensive to a gay guy's face at my high school. I know at a lot of other high schools, if you walk up to someone and say, what a faggot, that's totally acceptable and everyone thinks it's normal. But at my high school, it's not. I have a pretty big high school, like friggin' like 2,000 kids, I don't even know. I gained a lot of friends because of it, and I was able to get closer with a lot of my friends because like 90% of my friends are girls, not gonna lie, they're all girls. And I was able to get closer with them because they knew I was gay. They knew there was no sexual attraction, there was no weird stuff like that, so I could hug them after hanging out. They could tell me secrets, we could be up all night together. I'm able to have sleepovers with girls, but when I told everyone I was straight, I wasn't able to because, you know, you just can't. But now that they all know I'm gay, it's just way easier. Yeah, I've been asked that question before, do you have sleepovers with girls? And yes, I have before. Only like with some families because a lot of parents aren't okay with it, but I have some pretty awesome friends, and yeah, I have sleepovers with girls. So yeah. Okay, what's next? Oh my gosh, I need to keep consulting the phone to figure out what I need to do. Okay. Now it is time for my advice, because I told you my story. I don't know how well I told it, but I told it. So, first of all, if you are in the closet and you're in high school, or you're in middle school, or you're an adult, this is what I would say. If you're in middle school and you're scared to come out, just stay. Just stay in the closet for now, because you're obviously not ready, and coming out in middle school can be hard, and you're young, and I would just not do it yet if I was in middle school. But if you feel completely fine, you feel like you know your family would be accepting, you have tons of friends that would be accepting, and you live in an area that's that's like an accepting area. Like, make sure you don't freaking live in like Iraq or something where like they like kill you. I don't know if Iraq is a country where they do that, but it's like mostly in the Middle East and like Asia and stuff. Certain countries there will kill you if you're gay. Make sure that the environment you're coming out into is good. I feel like a lot of people make the mistake. They'll be like 13 years old and they'll come out to everyone and it's like great and it's courageous and I'm so proud that you could do that, but it's like, oh my gosh. And then you hear the stories about these kids that have to like live on the streets and they get kicked out of their house. It's like, dude, if you think your parents might kick you out of the house, don't tell them you're gay then. Like, if you think they're gonna kick you out of the house, don't tell them they're gay. Wait until you can live on your own. That's what I would do. Always have a plan B. Don't be like, you know, getting yourself kicked out of the house. That's not a good thing to do. So make sure you live in a safe environment. I know in America, it's kind of stereotypical that like if you live in the South, like Mississippi and Louisiana and Alabama and Kentucky and all those places, that it's like deep in the South, they're gayist. And I know that's a stereotype, but it is kind of true. That's where not most, but that's where, oh my gosh, my light turned off. That's where the majority of them happen typically. Yeah, just make sure you're in a safe area to come out into. And then if you're in high school and you want to do it, go for it. I think by the time you're in high school, people will understand. Because a lot of times if you're in middle school and you come out, people will say like, they'll think that you're too young to know that you're gay, which is so stupid. And if you come out in high school, usually they're a lot more likely to believe you and understand and be like, yeah, it's not just a phase, this is probably true. Okay, and then if you're an adult and you're in the closet, I think, dude, like if you've graduated high school, maybe you've graduated college, I think it's time for you to start being yourself. It's horrible living in the closet. I could never imagine living in the closet until I was an adult. Like, that would be bad. So my advice to you is to just try to come out because it's good for you. I don't know. I'm not an adult yet, so I can't really say, but I think you should do it. Yeah, what else? What was the checklist? Did I finish? Did I finish? Oh, yeah, I finished. Okay, so that was my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you got any tips for people coming out or anything, just, you know, leave a comment below. Being openly gay in high school, I love. I don't know, I can just be myself. And if people see me walking around with like, oh, I don't have it on right now, but I had like a blue sparkly iPhone case, people don't judge. Because they're like, oh, he's gay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos about me talking to you, then you should probably subscribe because it'd be a good idea. And then leave a comment down below if you have any advice for coming out, or if maybe you have a coming out story, or if you just want to say any random thing, you can do that. Okay, I'm gonna go now. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Oh my god, that was a really high pitch.